Change gang, what it do? Hey, I'm here to tell y'all, man, y'all gotta start fasting, man. They lied to you. You should not be eating 3 meals a day. They lied to you. You do not have to eat all that food. They lied to you. I keep telling y'all in every video, almost every video, they trying to kill us. So I'm trying to get y'all to understand that. That's why they told you that you need to eat and all that 3 times a day and eat all that bull. And ain't it ironic that the same people that's making the medicines and stuff is the same people that's making the food? Think about this, man. They are trying to kill us through the food so we will buy the medicine. It's a one-stop shop for them. Kill us with the food, get us close to death with the food, which will eventually kill us, and then we'll go get the medicine from them. So it's like a one-stop shop for them, man. So I'm here to tell y'all, I feel amazing. I haven't ate or drunk anything, but last night I had a bottle of water. It was crazy. I wasn't supposed to drink. I'm so used to getting up in the middle of the night and drinking a bottle of water or something, and my body was just programmed, and I got up and did it. And once I noticed, I was like, man. But anyway, I haven't ate nothing since 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock Monday evening. So here it is, almost 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock Wednesday evening. So it's 2 days that I haven't ate nor drunk anything except for the bottle of water I had last night. I'm just being transparent. I'm here to tell y'all, I feel amazing, man. My body went into ketosis. Look it up. I can feel my cells healing. I can feel my body repairing itself. I have been dry fasting for 2 days straight, man. With the exception of that bottle of water I had, but I don't think they really did nothing. So pretty much been on a dry fast for 2 full days straight, man. 48-hour dry fast, man. I'm here to tell you I feel amazing. I don't have no more mucus. I was congested with mucus. I've been spitting all that up. And I know this TMI, but it's been coming out the other way too. Another thing I'm gonna tell y'all, get some chlorophyll. Start cleaning yourself out, man. Chlorophyll will clean you out. You won't be smelling. It's a natural deodorant, internal and external deodorant, man. So chlorophyll is real good. But I'm gonna keep saying this. Fast, fast, fast. Fast, fast, fast. Or you're gonna be moving slow. Fasting, there's so many benefits to fasting. I just wanted to come over here and give y'all a little pregame because here in a minute, I'm gonna show y'all videos of the real benefits of fasting, the spiritual side and the physical side. So I'm doing it for both reasons, spiritual and physical. And I'm gonna have a couple videos to show y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about and y'all not just hearing it from me. The benefits of fasting and doing dry fasting. And you can do a water fast. But these couple days I've been dry fasting. It's benefits, man. So I'll be back in just a minute and let y'all see what's going on. I told y'all I'd be right back. Now let's jump straight into it. Now this is a familiar face for most. So let's just get straight into it. I ain't got too much time to play. I told y'all coming right back. Let's get straight into the video, man. You see what's going on.
As far as the fasting and things like that on tour, and how that works for you, just keeping your energy up, because you're in the second half of a long.
You want me to show you what I'm about to do?
Yeah.
I don't eat anything all day. I only eat 1 meal a day, and the reason that I only eat 1 meal a day is because your body go through 3 phases. Your body go through ingestion, then your body go through digestion, then your body go through cleansing. So I only eat once a day. And when I'm on tour, when I'm touring, I usually only eat like...
Business owners, I'm talking to y'all. You do know that you should be running your business under an LLC.
I'm kind of imperfect vegan because I be liking stuff with dairy in it sometimes, like milk and cheese, but I try to like refrain from my consumption of animal products because it leaves plaque in the veins and it takes longer for the body to break it down. So I kind of go like plant-based when I'm touring.
Okay, for sure. So you're not fasting on tour?
Yeah, I fast. Well, I guess my lifestyle is fast because I only eat 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
But like when I
water
fast,
fast and things like that.
like when I do that kind of fast, I do like maybe usually like 10 days. I don't want to be too graphic and say something that's gonna sound triggering, like so, because people might say that I'm weird for saying this, but it usually take like 6 days before you get rid of the mucus lining, and that's the lining that lines the intestinal tract to keep like diseases and stuff from getting into your body. So I fast like on the 6th day. That's when I shit all of that out. That's when you just see the little clear mucus lining laying on the top of the water, and then after that, your body ain't even gonna have no smell because you clean. Your body then ate up all of your impurities and your ailments. And when your body don't have no food, what it does is it eats all your bad cells. And you know, it's just rejuvenation to the body. Your HGH hormones spike, your human growth hormones, they go up. It's beautiful. Fasting is the cure for everything. I hate to say that like that, but it is.
Absolutely, no, for sure. So I want to talk about the tour, or the show, in relation to the new album that you're about to drop, right? Because I've heard you talk about the album.
Yeah, I got a new album called Ceremony, and ceremony, it just represents is you having a ceremony with yourself. I learned to love the stranger that was once myself, because growing up, it eventually gets old. Shit, for real. Can't play with love.
A milestone, am I right? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Kevin Gates' view of fasting. Y'all heard what he said, man. That was a familiar face for most of y'all, so I had to start there. That was Kevin Gates' view. Now, let me get into the doctor.
I'm trying to connect.
The physical view of it. This is the physical benefit of it.
Now, the one thing that we all know is 100% true is that drinking a lot of water is very good for our bodies. And dehydration is very bad for our bodies. We know that. We've been told that by everyone. But why is it that when you overwater a plant, it dies? In fact, the number one cause of plant death, plants in your house, is overwatering them. We also know that to make a really good wine, you have to not put too much water. In fact, certain really good winemakers found that if you don't overwater, if the plant or the grapevine goes through a short period of no water, the roots will go deeper and the flavor of the wine is greater. You have a lot more phytochemicals because that plant adapts. And we also know that nutrition is good for our bodies, right? You have vitamins and minerals that act as cofactors to help all the biochemistry, the biochemical reactions in our body to make us healthy. But the time restrictive eating, the fasting, also at the same time greatly benefits the biochemistry of your body. And the two main types of fasting is water fasting, okay, and dry fasting. When you do water fasting, you're basically not eating, but you're drinking liquids. When you do dry fasting, not only are you not eating food, but you're not drinking water. So that is a topic I want to touch on and just explain something that's actually quite fascinating, and you may want to consider doing a short dry fast. One of the biggest benefits of fasting is something called autophagy. Autophagy is a condition where your body is recycling damaged proteins, okay? And it's turning those into new biochemical enzymes and structural proteins, things like that, like your hair, nail, skin, bones, muscle, etc. And fasting is a potent stimulus of this autophagy. Autophagy also helps you clear out intracellular pathogens, microbes, viruses. Very interesting. Now, if we take a look at the importance of getting nutrients versus the importance of detoxification, they're pretty close as far as benefit to your overall health. And in some cases, detoxification might even be a little bit more important. One of the big purposes of sleep is to detoxify your cells. And this is why when you don't sleep, you might feel kind of very toxic and sluggish, especially in your head. Well, when you do fasting, especially dry fasting, you mimic a lot of the benefits to sleep. You're getting rid of toxicity inside your cells. Now, to explain this, I need to explain another thing. About 8 to 10% of the water that you get is produced by your own cells in the mitochondria. As the last step of the mitochondria, if you're burning fat, you're changing that fat into water and oxygen. Roughly about 8 to 10% of the water in your body is produced within your body. It's called endogenous water production or metabolic water. I mean, even in nature, animals, especially those that live in the desert, have a higher function of this. They can make water from within. And one of the big benefits of your body making this water is you get this internal water flushing from the inside out. So you enhance the detoxification process. But if you're drinking all this water, the body never gets a chance to produce this metabolic water. This is why when you do a water fast, okay, you don't get the benefits from a dry fast because you're actually drinking water. And that water inhibits the production of your own body's water. So a dry fast really is enhanced autophagy. It's just a better way of your cells taking out the trash and getting rid of all the extra metabolic waste.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
I need to listen,
You ready?
man.
All right, 100
And the benefits are very similar to sleeping as far
Listen
as the
up.
detoxification of your cells.
Listen up.
And I think
Everybody
a lot of
needs to
people
be fasting.
don't realize how much extra waste that we generate in our cells through the day, especially if we're not eating well. So anything you can do to remove extra waste is a very good thing, especially for longevity. So let me just kind of summarize the benefits in a little bit more detail for you. Number one, dry fasting can help remove intracellular toxicity more than water fasting. Number two, dry fasting actually strengthens the biochemical enzyme pathways, the whole biochemistry, the machine that runs your body. Number three, and this is very, very important, most diseases are related to the mitochondria, mitochondrial dysfunction. And doing dry fasting can help improve mitochondrial function because when you go through autophagy, you also clean up damaged mitochondria, and that's called mitophagy, which is the recycling of mitochondria, as well as improving damaged mitochondria themselves. Because I would even venture to say that probably 80% of all disease, including cancer, is related to a problem with the mitochondria. If you add exercise with dry fasting during that period of time, which I'll explain the details in a minute, you can really take your mitochondria to the next level because exercise as a stimulus by itself can increase the number of mitochondria and the health of the mitochondria, as well as the capacity for the mitochondria to handle more stress and also produce more energy. All right, number four. We have different epigenetic factors. Okay, epigenetics are above your genes. The genes really do not control anything. Okay, it's the epigenetic lifestyle actions like eating and even not eating. Short-term starvation or fasting is a very potent stimulus for survival. And so is cold therapy because our bodies have evolved, not in very comfortable environments, but environments that were very, very cold and environments that we didn't always have a lot of water. And so if we inhibit the production of water at certain parts of the day, it just may be very therapeutic to the cells just because we're going back to how our bodies were originally adapted. They did not evolve with constant food, constant comfort, a lot of water all day long. Number five, dry fasting can mimic some of the benefits of a deep, rejuvenating sleep. I mean, sometimes I'm wondering if someone's really tired because they're tired, or are they tired because the accumulation of metabolic waste that has accumulated through the day or from some of the things that they ate. I personally know when I fast, I don't get tired as much as when I'm eating, and I feel better, and I don't need as much sleep. And even the real deeper purpose of sleep is detoxification of metabolic waste. And the last point I want to bring up is just there's not a lot of people who do any type of dry fast. And it's one thing that we're told you must always drink so much water to be hydrated. But dehydration as an epigenetic stimulus is something that I think you should just test out for yourself. Yes, there are people that do 3-day dry fast or even longer. I'm not suggesting you dive into that. What I am suggesting you test the waters on, no pun intended, is let's say, for example, you're fasting for 16 hours, okay, or 18 hours. Just try not to drink any water in that period of time. Then when you eat, okay, your eating window, that's when you start getting your liquids. And I do suggest you drink a lot of water, right? Like maybe 2.5 liters to get all your fluids within your eating window. Okay, now I'm not saying to force yourself to drink, but the point is that, for example, if you have a weakness with kidney stones, well, you're going to have to get more fluid in your body. But you should just see how you feel. If you can go 16 or 18 hours or even 20 hours without drinking any water while you're fasting. What about the coffee in the morning? Well, you could actually take a green coffee extract.
Get you some Rise mushroom
the
coffee.
benefits of the
Get you some Rise mushroom coffee.
caffeine, like, so you don't have withdrawals from your coffee, yet you're not drinking the fluid of that coffee. So you get the feeling of coffee, but without the fluid. It's just an extra thing to look at. If you want to enhance the epigenetic factors, you may want to consider or look into doing a dry fast, a shorter one to start out, and then experiment a little bit longer. Now, if you do the fasting by itself,
All right. So that was a doctor point of view. So it's getting real. This is a real deal doctor, Dr. Eric Berg. So that was the physical part of it. Let's get into the spiritual part. Well, this dude right here is explaining the spiritual side of dry fasting. So you having my side, which I pretty much was telling y'all this is what y'all need to do, but I'm playing these videos so y'all can fully understand why you need to do it. So I put a familiar face, which is Kevin Gates. He explained that he fasts. Then the doctor explained the benefits of dry fasting and regular water fasting. Now this guy's about to explain the benefit of the spiritual benefits of fasting.
And a lot of people have asked me about fasting. And since I'm on a 3-day water fast with no food right now, and I've also experienced a 4-day fast and a 7-day water fast, I thought I'd make a video sharing with you the benefits of fasting from a physical, mental, and even spiritual perspective. Now, some of you may be wondering, is it okay for me to fast? Is it safe for me to fast? That's the first thing I want to start with.
I don't want to keep y'all too long.
You can look more into it on your own.
Let's get to the spiritual part of it.
So this is something that I as strongly.
Let's
Just
jump
know
to
that
the
it's
spiritual
temporary.
part, my brother.
Fasting, mental. It is not going to negatively affect your health. You will crave food. You will feel low energy. You won't want to get up and move around and do much, probably. But it is not detrimental to your health. When I have to go to the doctor, if there's some crazy rare occasion where you're like dying, then definitely seek medical help. But 99% of the time, it is completely safe for you to fast. And it's entirely mental, meaning you have to consciously not give into those temptations and those food cravings and doing the things that you shouldn't be doing, which in this case is simply just eating. But that's not really simple because it's something that we do every single day, and it has become an addiction for a lot of people and a very strong habit. So there are all of the physical and mental benefits, as well as some of the feelings you might experience when you fast. Now let's get into the spiritual aspect of fasting, which I'm going to start with a verse from Jesus in Matthew chapter 6, verse 16. Moreover, when ye fast. Now let's stop right there. 4 words. Basically, he's saying, when you fast. He's talking to his disciples. When you fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigured their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. Now let's cover the first 4 words, then we'll cover the rest of that verse. Or the first 3 words if we want to simplify it. When you fast. He's saying when you fast. Not if you fast, when you fast. Jesus expects us to fast. He knows this is a spiritual practice. It's going to get us closer to God, which we're going to talk about now as we move forward in the rest of this video. When you fast. So you must take time to fast. Jesus is implying with this saying. When you fast, okay? Be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance. They disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. So they fast for social reasons. They fast for egotistical reasons, to be seen in the eyes of others as doing some great miracle or something, because to a lot of people, not eating looks like a miracle. But it's something that he, one, expects us to do, and two, that is not to be done to look good in the eyes of other people or to boost our ego, but rather for spiritual reasons. He says, verily I say unto you, they have their reward. So if people are fasting simply just to look good in the eyes of other people, if you go up to someone and say, yeah, man, I'm on a fast, I'm on 3 days, and they look at you and they're like, wow, man, that's awesome. You're fasting. You haven't ate for 3 days. Wow. And then the person gets this sort of ego gratification, like, yeah, I'm cool because I can fast. No, that's not what it's about. This is something you do in secret, as we'll learn in the next few verses. And the reason that I'm sharing with you that I'm currently fasting is to share with you the benefits that I feel right now, and as well as to urge you to fast. And also, this video isn't going to be posted for a few days. So once this video is posted, I'm not going to be fasting anymore. So I don't go around sharing with my friends that I'm fasting, unless maybe they ask if I want to go out to eat or they offer me food. I'll be like, okay, I'm actually doing a fast right now. And then I would tell them. But I don't just go, tooting my own horn and, wanting some sort of reaction from the people around me. Jesus says, don't do that, okay? Now, verse 17, but when you fast, anoint thine head and wash thy face. This is a very spiritual, symbolic saying right here. Anoint thine head and wash thy face. I don't think I'm going to go into the spiritual symbolic meaning behind that in this video, because that's a whole video in itself. But he's basically saying, don't go out in the world looking for some sort of recognition from other people. Wash your face, and there's a spiritual meaning behind that as well. But anoint your head. I can't really go into it right now, because that's a whole video in itself. I promise you guys, if you subscribe, I'll make a video on what that means. Let's move forward here to verse 18, which says that thou appears not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which sees in secret shall reward thee openly. So you don't want to do it to get rewarded by the people around you. You want to do it for a spiritual reward that will naturally be expressed openly, and other people will naturally realize it, because you are in a process of raising your consciousness when you fast. So do it in secret for your Father which is in heaven, for God. And you will reward this, you will reap the spiritual fruit. You will have your reward in heaven through God, not in the eyes of men. So when you fast, again, Jesus tells us to fast. He is implying that we should fast. This should be a part of our spiritual process. When we fast, don't do it for people outside of us. Do it for our own internal spiritual reason and connection to God. And from my own experience, I can tell you that when you fast, you will get closer to God. You will be able to hear the voice of the Spirit instead of constantly giving into the stimulus of the flesh and the fleshly temptations. This is another aspect of fasting that I want to spend a couple minutes talking about. When you fast, you are basically starving the flesh. You are denying yourself. As Jesus says, if you want to be his disciple, you have to deny yourself and take up your cross daily. That doesn't mean you have to fast daily, although I do also intermediate fast every day. I usually don't eat until about noon. You have to deny yourself, your physical, your limited identity, your physical worldly pleasures, the things that we usually indulge in until we get touched by the Holy Spirit, and then we no longer have a desire to do those things. In other words, sin, right? Deny yourself. When you fast, that's like the ultimate way of denying yourself, because you're literally denying yourself of food. And food is required for us to live, but it's not required every single day. And it's not required in this addictive, compulsive habit that we have to constantly fill our face with food. And like you go to the store, it's like choose your own drug. These foods have so many chemicals in them. When you disconnect and you stop giving into your desire to constantly eat, one, your body gets to completely regenerate. Your cells literally regenerate. Remember autophagy. Your cells literally regenerate. The damaged cells make space for new and clean, healthy cells. And your neurons, it rewires your neural circuits All of these things happen when you abstain from food. But when you're constantly eating, your digestive system is going. It's always working, and your digestive system takes up a lot of energy. So when you are no longer using your energy to digest your food, that energy gets to go to different places and regenerate and rejuvenate your entire body. And when you have a clean body, a pure vessel, a pure temple of God, your body's the temple of God, then God can speak to you. God cannot speak to you. You cannot hear the Spirit if you're constantly indulging in fleshly desires, because the stimuli is so strong. You're constantly, you have stimuli through your ears. You're listening to music. You have stimuli through your taste buds. You're eating all sorts of food. You have stimuli through, sexual expression, sexual desire. Your thoughts are going. All of this external stimuli takes your energy away from the spirit and puts it just on the physical, on the flesh. When you deny yourself of all that external stimuli, fasting being the most powerful practice, then your energy gets directed in different places and you can listen to the spirit. And I believe this is why Jesus told us to fast, because it disconnects us from the body, puts some space between who we truly are and our body, who we are being spirit, our body being that flesh that goes back into the earth. Once you're a little bit away from the body, you're closer to the spirit, and you can hear God on a deeper level. That's the spiritual aspect.
All right, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. I just had to come and play y'all these videos so it can go above and beyond what I said, so y'all can hear from different points of views and stuff like that, man. So all I'm gonna say, man, if you made it this far, you probably really into what I'm saying, and hopefully you take the next step. It ain't nobody perfect. You are not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be easy, because if it was, everybody would do it. But it is true benefits. If you're dealing with sickness, you getting sick all the time, any type of viruses, man, try fasting. I promise you, you're going to feel much better. They lied to us. They've been lying to us. They don't want us to know this. They don't want us to know that this is really the ultimate healing. This is the ultimate way for your body to heal, is through fasting. They don't want us to know this, because if people knew this, it'll be way less sick people in the world. So start your fasting journey, man. Just start it. Start one day. Start a water fast. You don't have to jump straight into dry fasting. Start a water fast for one day. Don't eat nothing. Just drink water all day. Just start, and I promise you, you're going to feel a lot better. I had to come and let y'all see the other people's points of view, man. Love y'all, Change Gang. I'm out here. Till next time.